right. Good morning and welcome again to our channel today. Yesterday we talked about starting small, and one of the ways we said you could start small was to open a mutual fund. Yesterday we didn't really specify the one we were referring to. There are many mutual funds out there in the market. You have the equity market mutual funds, you have the money market mutual funds, and several others. The particular one we're referring to yesterday was actually the money market mutual funds. And in today's video, we're going to explain it further and show you the secrets why your banks may not actually want you to know more about the money market mutual fund. It's called a mutual fund because funds are put together from different people and invested. It's a type of account that works almost like a savings account but pays you more. The only catch there is that for some of the fund managers, you need to let it be there for at least 30 days before you can make your withdrawals. But after 30 days, you have access to the fund anytime, any day. The truth of it is that your bank is actually making so much money off your savings and gives you peanuts in return. I'm going to prove that to you later in this video. Your money in the savings account is actually losing value because the interest rate is always usually lower than the rate of inflation. You understand? So the inflation erodes your savings. Your alternative is the money market fund, and this is how it works. One, what is it? It is a pool where people like you and I put their funds together, and the fund manager invests it in a super safe short-term instrument like the treasury bill, the commercial papers, bank deposit. What does this mean? It means low risk, it means steady returns, it means lower barrier. Like the treasury bill, for some of the brokers, you actually need as much as 50 million to invest in it. For commercial papers, you could have some that's as low as 5 million, some go for 10 million. That's the least you can. So you see in that area, it's actually high. But when you talk about the mutual fund, the barrier is actually broken down. Funds it's been put by so many people, they now invest in that particular fund. So that's why they can give you with as low as 10,000, 5,000, you'll be able to invest in the mutual fund. Now, why is it better than a savings account? A normal savings account may pay you between 2 to 5%, less on the average, maybe 3% per annum. But the money market mutual funds gives you way more than that. You can get as high as 15% and more. In recent times, some of the managers pay as much as 19%, some 20%. At the time, it even went higher than 20%. It actually fluctuates depending on the rate that is being invested in the short-term instrument. So, but either way, it's way more higher than what your bank is going to give you for your save on your savings account. Now, how can you start? One is to pick a licensed and reputable fund manager. I will give you direction on how to get the licensed fund manager, but it's left to you to know if they are reputable or not. You will need to make your own background investigation. So to get the licensed broker, you go to https double colon forward slash two forward slash ngxgroup.com. That's if you're in the Nigerian environment. You go there. I'm going to put this in the description so that you can also check the description and use it. I know you might not really get it the way I've said it out now. So you pick a licensed and reputable fund manager. You open an account. It's usually done online and very easy to do. And as usual, I'm going to recommend two. One is the Meristem and the second is Stanbic IBTC. The arm of Meristem that does the money market, that invests in money market, is the World Beauty, and you can get that on https double column two forward slash app dot worldbuddy.ng. You register online with them. For the Stanbic IBTC you have the https double column two forward slash blueness dot stanbic ibtc asset management com. So you can check any of these two, or if you're not comfortable with this, or you want to also have more options, go to that NGS group. You have the stockbrokers. When you check their website, you see the arm of their fund that actually invest in the money market. You can try that as yourself. The third thing to do is to start small. If you have 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira, or if you're outside Nigeria, you deal in dollars, you check the market there. I know you can do for as low as 50 or $100 for the funds. You check whatever works for you, you use it. Stanbic IBTC, you can do as low as 5,000. For Mary Stem World Budi, you can do as low as 10,000. Now, let me give you the practical step of how the money market mutual fund yields more than a savings account. Let's take, for instance, you have 10,000 naira to invest. If you put in a savings account that gives you 3% per annum, 3% for a 10,000 is about 300 naira. Yes, you get 300 naira at the end of the year. But if you put it in a money market mutual fund, they even give you 15%. We know that the rate currently is higher than 15%, but let's just assume it's 15%. 15% on 10,000 naira is 1,500. Now, compare 1,500 to the 300 naira you would have gotten if you put it in a savings account. You know, it's like five times higher. Is it five times? Yes, five times 300 and 1,500 is about five times higher than what you get. So the money market mutual funds pays you five times higher than you get in your savings account, and it could be more depending on the rate. So it's not about working harder, it's about putting your money where it actually grows. The money market mutual fund is one of the easiest ways that you will do this without stressing over the stock market, without worrying yourself over certain things. Just put your money there, you can go and sleep and be rest assured that your money is safe, your money is liquid, and your capital is safe. You have access to it whenever you want, and this is what you can do right away. If you can check what your bank is paying you on your savings account compared to the rate of the money market fund, then you be the judge. If you are convinced that the money market is, I know it is, but I'm leaving you to be the judge now. If you're not convinced, you can take the steps we have mentioned above to start. What are these steps? You pick a broker, you open an account, and you start investing. Stay tuned, subscribe if you've not done so for more money tips, easy steps you can take to grow your wealth. Hit the like button, and please do not hesitate to share with whomever you feel we need it. I think everybody actually needs this. So what are you waiting for? Share with your family and your friends, and let us grow wealth together. Thank you for listening, and remain blessed.